Hey, IDS 302. Welcome to Module 6, the last module, the last video of the course. I reserve the right to post another one next week, but I doubt it. This one's already a day late because of the holiday weekend. I was at a family gathering. Welcome. I am on the ASU campus. As you can tell, if you've ever been here, this is right in front of the MU. Let's show you the Union here. Uh, the MU, the tables, that's all solar up there. There's the Hayden Library, and behind me is, this is a really cool building. That's new. That's the student pavilion. It's really neat, kind of big too. So yeah, it's really cool here. If you haven't had a chance to come down, remember this is your college. It's your university. So anywho, I'm just between classes on campus today and to get this rolling. IDS 302. Okay, doing a quick review here of your interdisciplinary and discussion board. Really good. I like them. I don't comment much on things I know because, as I tell some other classes, when you're writing about yourself, you're connecting concepts and information from your class. It's not up to me to say, no, you got this wrong, got this right. Typically, it's a good analysis. Your writing is insightful. You've talked about things that, your opinion on Benson and Newell. Also, just on yourself in terms of any career steps you might take. So I thought that was a good job there. Um, Surveys, they're coming right along. It's like pulling teeth, though, isn't it? I know it. It's my fault. Life is not a perfect science. Um, but I do like to, as you could tell from most of you who I had to approve your survey link and you sent it to me, and I said, well, you should do this or this or this. Um, that it was helpful because hopefully you understand why I said that, why you might have missed something, why I think that you know your survey could benefit from some particular information. um, so it looks like 5 surveys have not been posted yet. Other than that, 14 have been posted. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow, I will email an announcement to everyone, and I will ask you to take a look at these links I'm going to compile and make sure you do everyone's survey. Now, for those of you who have surveys, there's all of you. You cannot just rely on your classmates and your peers. Don't do that. Please instead be sure that you post this, send it out, email your link, what have you. Remember, I talked about those settings. I swear they change them every semester, every session. But it appears that for those settings, everything needs to be shut off. Yes, that allows people to do multiple surveys, which we're not fond of, but typically nobody's going to. So you want to make sure you shut that off, because what I usually tried to do when you sent me your link, I tried to do it on my phone. I tried to get in. And if it asked me for my Gmail login, that was the sign to me that you hadn't flipped that switch. Whereas if I do it on my Canvas, I'm already logged in, so it'll work, but I don't see that. It needs to be fixed, okay? So do it like that so that more people can participate in your surveys. 11 days to go, right? Today is the 18th. We have our module good till the 29th, correct? Let's look at modules here. And I have final paper due on the 29th. Boy, am I giving you a break there. Normally I go 27th and you get up to the 29th to be late. So please try to turn that in early if you finish it early, because I'm going to score over that weekend and get grades will be posted on May 2nd. I think that's the earliest I can post them. So May 2nd or 3rd typically. 4th is my son's birthday. I'm not going to do anything that day, but 2nd and 3rd. So keep that in mind when it comes to the final paper submission. In terms of your step 4, I want to jump ahead. Step 4 is due tomorrow night, Tuesday night. I wanted to give you a little extension on that because we have this spread of time to go. And step 4 is starting to get pretty involved in actual integration and finding out what's conflicting about your disciplinary insights, what is common ground. That's what you're going to be writing about there. Challenge yourself to look in deeply at that, okay? Um, and then anything else you haven't done in this class, it's hit or miss, but remember Easter eggs, you can submit them anytime. There's no late fee on those. Assignments, if you have something that you didn't do, typically in the main paper steps, let me know if you want to do it, okay? And I can offer you amnesty. You won't get any more than 70% of the points because that's fair, being that if it's 3 days late, up to, you get 30% off, and then after that, it's shut off. But if you want to do it, I would give you up to 70%. So keep that in mind. Let's see. Yes, you're supposed to be able to see them. Just open it up. So keep that in mind. Easter egg number 1. It's a long one. So you ready? But I want you to remember it, and I want to see it in writing so that it doesn't come back and bite you or me later. Easter egg number 1 is nothing accepted after course ends at 11:59 p.m. April 29th. Okay, so Easter egg number 1 is nothing accepted after course ends at 11:59 p.m. on 4/29. Okay, that's good. Now, we look at the final checklist that we had. I have that in a Module 6 learning materials. So you're going to have a cover page, a table of contents. Woohoo! Cover page, nothing fancy whatsoever. Okay, download the sample, and I want you to download it because you'll open it in Word then, and you'll see this is a very simple cover, which I like. Okay, and it's good. Then you got a table of contents, and this person, hers goes a page and a half. What I will allow you to do here, and this is important, table of contents are not easy to format. They're not. So we've kind of been cannibalizing every semester. I say you are able to copy this off the Word doc and put it in your own. Be very careful how you do it, that it comes out right, because the edge can be like this, and we don't want that, okay? We want a nice straight margin on the right side. Okay, so make sure, hey, tour bus going by. Um, tour. Make sure that you have that lined up. It's not perfect, but this is really good, okay? And you can see how she listed that out. I like it. Works cited, Appendix A, Appendix B. Now, appendices, okay? Appendix A, let's see what she has here. I want to see. You look at the sample. Appendix A actually writes her survey questions with the responses. That's where you have that down there. That's good to have. Appendix B is not required, but she's got response charts for everything. I love this. This is what I'm talking about. Now, if you notice, this is a 37-page paper. You did not think you will be doing a 37-page paper in this class, did you? You did not think you'd be doing anything like that. And I'm not saying you're going to do 37 pages. This could be 40, 25, what have you. What I'd like you to do then is use this sample as a guideline to what a good research paper shows. It's showing a lot of the sources. She has 1, 2, almost 3 full pages of works cited sources. And tour going through, another tour. And so I'm getting distracted, sorry. So you can see on her appendix, that's what the appendix is. So you take that appendix out and slap it on the table. Anyways, all the sources, they are all double line spaced, alphabetical order, based on author's name. You can see how beautiful this is. Chef's kiss on a presentation of a paper. And of course, her content is excellent here. This is about CBD products she decided to do. So you got everything going here. You got the statement. Step 1, notice step 1 is beautifully formatted. The content is great. Step 2, justified interdisciplinary approach, which is done quite well with sources again. Step 3 is locate multiple sources of relevant disciplinary knowledge, information, blah, blah, blah. She's got it listed here. Cellular biology. I'm not a fan of italics, but okay, fine, whatever. Epidemiology, and finally, neuroscience. So if I had any inkling of a gripe, it'd be, you don't have to italicize, but it's fine. I overlooked that. This is definitely 100% paper, okay? Now you've got step 4 that you're working on now. These are all compiled. You'll notice there's no gaps between them. There's no works cited between them. There's just one. It's all a compilation now. And she's going to restate her purpose. Then she's going to look at individual perspectives from her 3 disciplines, which were cellular biology, epidemiology, and neuroscience. And no one in this class is doing a topic here, so I'm sure this is not anything that is going to influence you either way. But it should show you the patterns, connections, and common ground. Now she's got 3 disciplines. So she's got cellular biology versus epidemiology, cellular biology versus neuroscience, epidemiology with neuroscience, and the same thing with conflict. Cellular biology with epidemiology, cellular biology with neuroscience, and neuroscience with epidemiology, okay? Now the new understandings and understanding of potential resolutions. Now here's where I'm never satisfied, I gotta tell you, because I don't think anybody ever really digs too deep into it. But, she makes a little paragraph here and then goes over the steps again. Now we look at the data, the fun part of the survey. Notice she says there were 38 participants. I need to know how many right away. The reader needs to know. How many are we talking about here? 6 or 600? Okay. Yes, ranges from 20 to 69. If you write 17 through 69, you'll fail the class. Why is that? Because no minors, right? Better not have a minor in there, okay? Okay, out of the participants, 59% were female, remaining participants were male, female, whatever. And so she's got a chart on notice the colorful charts. This is where I allow it. She's got the bar graphs. She's got the level of CBD product knowledge, okay? She's got geographical location, about the use of it. Nowadays, you could probably have the legality, of course, too. And so you see all these questions that she had in her survey and how she looked at the data. Visualizing it, too. Not only writing about the data, but visualizing it with imagery, okay? So we can see. The analysis of the data, then, that came next. And again, the survey was conducted to obtain results of the opinions, perceptions, and experiences regarding CBD products and their use. Okay. And then she's got a summary of her survey data, integrative understanding of issue. This is important. She's got a couple paragraphs here. I'd like to see as much as possible. That's the result of this, right? And then the works cited in that. So this is a complete paper, and I encourage you to download it, look at it as it is a final paper. So she's got cover page, table of contents, the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with subheadings, the survey results, the analysis data, the summary of the survey data, integrative understanding, and the works cited in appendices. It could just one appendix, could be 2 appendices. Okay, I want you to take a look at that. Really important, those 5 steps. And this is where you can really take pride in that, right? You did such a great job, and you put this together step by step by step. Again, you may not have any class like this ever. You may not have one before, now, or ever again. But consider this a challenge met. Consider this as you becoming not only a better researcher, get off the ground if you want to continue in any research. This is the starting point. However, it also makes you a better consumer of knowledge. When you see research, when you watch, if Tucker Carlson put out that testosterone manly man video documentary over the weekend, and one of his guests was talking about something that was just pretty ridiculous. I didn't bring it up here, but he talked about studies that have not been released by the media and everything like that. Oh, BS. If there's studies and if they're done in a peer-reviewed type of, randomized peer review, then they're in the medical books, and nobody's trying to shut them down because it's Fox or whatever, If you think infrared on your male private parts is going to give you more testosterone, Well, you can go ahead and do it, but don't try to say the science shows that to be true, because you can't even present it. You're just saying it is. Well, present the work, right? Be a more discerning learner. It's 11 o'clock and that bell is going off. There's a campus chapel not too far from here, but there's a crow up there, so maybe it's an Edgar Allan Poe kind of demonstration. Anyways, so for your final compilation paper, as you notice, it's worth 150. I took off another assignment that was worth 50, and I got rid of it, and I threw the points on the final paper to help you submit a better paper, not to give you less to do, but actually to encourage more academic rigor. If you do not include all your steps, you immediately get a 50-point deduction. You can only get up to 100 points. So, because this is a project start to finish, as I said since the beginning. This isn't like, oh, I got module 1, that's it, I'm done. No. If you don't compile your steps, you didn't do the research. You're not going to be able to get any more than 67% of that paper, okay? So that's key. 50 points already automatically knocked off if you don't include each step done correctly, substantially, as well as what we see, okay? Easter egg number 2. So therefore, Easter egg number 2 is all 5 steps matter. All 5 steps matter in terms of applying your integrative skill, your interdisciplinary learning, okay? So analyze your data, do it well. Tell us the reader how many respondents you had. What was their gender? What was their demographics? But then make sure you get into your topic. This isn't just a demographic survey to see what kind of people reply. You got to have some substance in terms of your topic and how it relates. And really think about what you're seeing here and the comparison, the correlation, the contrasting. Okay? Are you seeing that as many African American people as white people are pro Second Amendment, more than you thought maybe? Or is there more delineation between men and women, between ethnicities, between whatever you ask, and income connection, right? These are important things to look at, okay? So it looks like this whole course had about 1,040 points. Again, that's good. That's built into, the class. So I think that should help you out as well for your grading and scoring. And then we have the course evaluation. Did the evaluations go out? I didn't even see it on my list. I'm not sure why, but there should have been an evaluation for this course. I'm not sure why I didn't see it. Other than that, I think that's it. I'm looking. It's we had a hectic start, and I told you at the end it would pay off. Well, this is how it pays off, by you having 11 days now to finish up your step 4 and turn it in if you haven't, and then to get your step 5 going. But of course, you need data. Without data in the survey, the whole thing is like empty rhetoric. You want to have some data to work with, okay? Now, I'll do every survey. I did a lot of them already. I think I've done most every one of them. As we get into next week, and the class ends on that Friday, wow. If you're running into trouble, let me know, okay? I don't think I'm going to subject my students, my other classes, to this yet. If you want to tell me next weekend that you're really not getting the response you thought you could, you'd like to get some more, maybe I can help you out. But if not, I'd rather have that up to you as your part of your gathering data, right? So I think that should do it, right? Let's look at the Easter egg number 3. I'm just going to use this as a general guideline for what I want you to think about when you're finishing up. Not to do it hastily, okay? Not to race through that step 5. I have yet to have a step 5 done that really impressed me. And I'm still challenging my students to do that. My better students, of which you are all in that category. Give me a step 5 on a paper that I can use as a sample, and I'll make life pretty good for you. So Easter egg number 3 is be thorough. in step 5. Be thorough in step 5. Okay, just hit 20-minute mark. I'll let you go. Weather's gorgeous. Of course, it's gonna get hotter and hotter. We love it down here. It's been a joy having you in my class. If I don't do another video, I wish you happiness and success, however you define them. Okay, not how I define them, not how your parents decide, your friends define them. However you define happiness, success, that's what you need to go for. Okay, listen to your gut. Listen to this organ right here. For some reason, it tells us what to do. All right, peace. Or